Hello traders and welcome to the Wednesday forecast. On Friday I was traveling, so I did not manage to make one. We're gonna do everything today. There are a lot of trade opportunities, so we're gonna start with our usual suspect EU, and let me see what was happening. So impulse up, aggressive retrace here, was not looking for a flag after this sort of momentum. Broke the low retrace, then went ascending. Impulse stop, then we got again aggressive retrace here, then it just breaks the low and retraces. Nothing here, so no trade setup, and the only one actually on the euro and US dollar was this one. So for me personally, this was the only time I had an order on. I did not get tagged in, but for me it was a very high probability setup. Basically impulse down, small descending, we continue with momentum. No momentum shift, and we know that on the euro pairs we can get sort of a smaller descending or a smaller ascending inside of a trend. Price will still continue trending, so I did have a pending short order at the bottom of the inside bar. And on the next candle I did remove the order because I did not get tagged in. And at this point it would have been an engulfing pullback, which no longer fits my personal plan. So that's about it for EU actually. Let's see what EU is doing currently. So range bound. So this is a pause right now. Pause after this large impulse. So we will see what will happen. I'm looking for this to possibly continue. We know that we can get a trend, then a pause, and then trend continues. If that does happen, if we continue with the overall downtrend, I will look to sell on this leg. That's not the rule, of course. We can impulse up. If we do that, I will look to buy. So staying patient right now. This candle is telling me that there is indecision in the markets. So huge wick up, huge wick down. I'm expecting more of a range here, so that is not looking very promising. But again, I like this leg down, and if it continues, I will look to sell. We can expect some moves. NFP is this Friday, I believe, so this Friday I am not trading, but NFP may also push the market even more. I heard that the Fed will raise interest rates or something like that, so that also may push the markets. Again, that is all good for Forex traders. We like the volatility, we like when things are going up or when things are going down. We don't like when things are stagnant. So we have EJ next on the list. Here, basically, let me see, there was a flag opportunity right here to buy. For me, it did not fit my plan, but actually before that, there was a reversal right here. So for me, I did not take this one because it just broke the high and retraced. I wanted to see a bit more of an ascending and then a reversal, so this was not enough of a reversal formation for me, but I did get in right here. So on this leg down, let me just show you. When the price continued, then we had ascending, liquidity takeout, push down, momentum shift, pull back, push down again, another momentum shift down, so large momentum down in the red candles, and I was really happy to take that short. Basically put a pending order on the inside bar. I also know on the euro and the Japanese yen, inside bar is a really good confluence. Got tagged in, price went down, and then took me out for a reduced risk loss, so around 0.3%, something like that. And yeah, after that we get to our flag, which I did not take, so there was a flag formation right here. But basically I want to see a bit more. So for this flag, it was on Monday and it was coming from this range bound price action. I wanted to see a bigger impulse. To be honest, nothing was really wrong with the formation of the flag. It was okay, so we had our flag, no real momentum shift, but I just wanted to see a bit more on a Monday. Maybe a bigger impulse, but just for it to move away from this range bound price action. So yeah, it was a really small winner or break even trade. Yeah, I think I would have been taken out here for a really small win. Again, just didn't fit my plan enough for a Monday, and then we continued with the range bound price action. So currently this is stuck in this larger range and it's not promising. It's not looking good. I'm seeing a descending going into an ascending, going into another descending. So this is looking very, very range bound price action. I'm looking for a large impulse up or a large impulse down, so really simple stuff. Large push up, a flag, or a large push down, and also a nice flag formation. So something like this. That's it for EJ. Aussie US dollar, let's see. So TradingView has been really slow lately, not sure why. Maybe it's my PC. Okay, so let's see what we had here. Range bound structure, nothing really happened here. Then we broke out of the range. Then we got this structure to a downside, and yeah, no real setup for me, no real entry, didn't have order on anywhere here. And currently this is showing me a range, to be honest. So this is showing me more range bound price action. We had a nice impulse down, unfortunately it did not continue. Instead we got a range. So right now I am more patient. I'm looking for a large impulse down, a flag, or a large impulse up, a flag. So I'm just looking for the price to break out of this range, possibly for the price to continue with this overall downtrend. We will see. Next one is AJ, so Aussie Japanese yen. For this one, I believe there were a couple of opportunities. So right here, nothing much. V reversal range, descending down, and then we got a flag opportunity right here to sell. It was a free bar flag or a free bar bomb, however you want to call it. Those do tend to work out, but for me, when I placed the risk to reward, 12 pip stop loss, so I just could not reduce my risk. The entry candle was too close to the low for me personally, and I did not take this trade. It would have been a 1.4% winner or something like that, but for me, it just didn't fit my plan. I did like this impulse, I did like that we had clear momentum, and I did like how it closed on the bottom, but just for Tuesday, with the entry being so close to the low, I did not want to take the 1% risk. So yeah, didn't fit my plan. Current price action, let's see what the current price action is telling me. Descending into an ascending, into another descending. I'm expecting more range bound price action. This ended with a huge wick. So as on most of the pairs, if not all of the pairs, I'm looking for a large impulse up, or I'm looking for a large impulse down, possibly for the price to continue with this downtrend. We shall see what will happen. We can move on to the pound. For the pound, I did not get any setups. So yeah, on the pound, just had this descending structure going into an ascending structure. Then we impulse down, but unfortunately the end of the impulse did not continue. So I did not get the sort of price action I wanted to see. Instead, we got a descending on the bottom, signaling the end of the downtrend move. So this is now heavily range bound. This is stuck in a box. We have this indecision candle, which means huge wick up, huge wick down. Basically, yeah, I'm just expecting a range here. What I'm looking for is possibly for the price to continue down. After this push, I'm looking for another large leg to the downside. We will see what will happen. Or possibly a large leg to the upside, in which case I will look to buy. So especially on the pound, I'm looking for large momentum. NJ, let's see for NJ. So I believe there were a couple of opportunities on NJ. Basically, let me see. So yeah, here, flat range, went down, did not get a setup here. Then we descended, basically got this descending, going into an ascending, into another descending, descended again. There was an opportunity actually right here, I believe. So let me take it back. Yeah, here. But for me, just the wick was too big, especially on a Tuesday. Even if it wasn't Tuesday, the wick is too big for me to sell. There was this candle which was countered the trend, but again, the wick was just too big for me. I wanted to see a bigger push down, so I didn't take this setup. There was another setup right about here, basically. So for a reversal, one thing we do know, NJ likes to trend in these channel to channel patterns. What do we mean by channel to channel? You can see descending channel, ascending channel, descending, descending, ascending, possibly descending down. So overall, it's moving down, and some people may have looked to sell right here. Price was ascending on this, then it broke the low with momentum, sell on this reversal. For me personally, I did not look to sell. For me, this was just more range bound than really trending down. But yeah, if someone sold this pattern, they would have been out for around 1.2% win. So nice trade, but for me just did not fit my plan. I did have an order on though right here. So I think, yeah, this candle was counter the trend. Its low it's still counter the trend. So basically I had an order on here because we know NJ moves from channel to channel. And after we got this initial push, pullback, price did continue. So after price continued, I wanted to get in on the continuation, but the next candle printed a huge wick. So then I removed the order and it no longer fit my plan. So something to backtest on NJ, it's a textbook setup that price is moving in these channels. And then if you get like a small confirmed trend, such as this one, for me personally, I'm willing to take a risk if there are clean closes on the ends of the impulses. So yeah, that's about it for NJ. Let's see how this will continue. Currently, it's just descending into an ascending, into another descending. It's not even moving down anymore. It's just in this flat range. So as on all of the pairs, I'm looking for a large impulse up or a large impulse down, and then either to buy or to sell. So very simple stuff. And yeah, this looks to be slowing down as well as the other pairs. To sum up, loads of opportunities. I took just one trade. It was a reduced loss, Euro Japanese yen short. Other setups did not fit my plan. So basically the markets are moving. That's a good sign. We are getting movement. We are getting entries. We are getting some setups. None of them really are textbook high probability for me. Only the EJ one was. So I took it. But it is a good sign that the market is offering us opportunities. So I do expect this sort of trends to continue, and I do expect some really high probability setups, especially after NFP and possibly after the Fed raises the interest rates. We will see, but I think now is the time to be at the charts, to research the markets, and to really closely watch the markets, because the entries will appear. We know we had a great January. February was negative for me personally. March, we can expect some trends. Why? Well, we do know that Q1 of any year tends to be a really profitable quarter. So be alert, make sure you follow your plan, don't take any setups that don't fit the plan, and I will see you guys on Friday in the next trade recap and forecast.